Last week we lowered the rut meter down to below 50%. This week it climbs even lower to the low 30%. Does this mean that breeding is all over? Not really. It just simply means that most of the does have already been bred. Fawns of the year can still come into estrus, and the occasional old doe can still cycle into another estrus. And there are a few parts of the whitetail world where the rut is still yet to arrive. The fall rut as we know it and love it is about over in 95% of the whitetail country. The majority of the deer herd is moving beyond the need to breed and entered into winter is coming mode. That means the emphasis shifts from breeding to feeding. Rutting bucks have lost around 25 to 30% of their mass body weight, and does and fawns are putting on weight for the winter. The deer are feeding on and off all day, especially during temperate conditions. More and more deer are feeding during the warmest times of the day, and fewer deer are exposing themselves to the severe conditions of winter weather. Weather and hunting pressure are important factors to predicting where and when the deer will move and feed. Speaking of food, foods high in carbohydrates are still highly attractive. Corn and beans beat leaves and twigs any day of the week. And if you have some fresh greens and tubers growing, the deer will thank you as long as they last. When it comes to hunting the late season, it is more important than ever to stay stealthy. The deer you are after have most likely been hunted for the last few months now, and nothing is tougher than try to kill a buck who knows he is being hunted. The buck you haven't seen on camera for a couple weeks now may be very much alive, but is just laid up in some out-of-the-way place. With pressured deer, a little weather or wind is often the advantage into trying to connect with a wall hanger buck. A midday hunt is often more productive than the same old morning or evening sits. Mr. Big knows he's being hunted, so don't be afraid to change things up, and don't be surprised if a chase erupts out of nowhere. There are does that still haven't conceived yet, and there are still plenty of bucks out there who are always happy to oblige.